everybody. So here I am. We're going to try some clay at home. You can make it with 3 ingredients that you may already have at home. We're going to have baking soda. And with the baking soda, you're going to do 2 cups. And then you're also going to have 1 cup of cornstarch. And then also 1 1/4 cups of cold water. So what I'm going to do is just pop that into a saucepan. And then I'm going to grab, obviously, something to mix it up, and we'll mix that up. All right, so that's the first step. So while I'm mixing that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna, obviously combine them all together, and then I'm going to put my stovetop on to a medium or low heat, and you'll see what happens next. Okay, so at this point, it's been on the stovetop for a minute. It's starting to bubble, so just be aware that's going to start to happen. It's starting to boil a little bit, even though I've got it on very low heat. I just wanted you to be aware. You should obviously do this with the help of an adult. I know that we definitely can get things at the store like Sculpey or Play-Doh to do this week's assignment, but we felt that it would be really fun to see one of the homemade clays obviously being made, or try it yourself. You can see it's starting to clump together a little bit, and as the mixture starts to heat, it's going to start to get more solid. So we'll check in just a couple minutes. All right, so we're making progress. Looks like it's starting to thicken up pretty good. See that? It's gonna start looking like a little bit like mashed potatoes, as you can see. So you want that to happen, setting up nice. All right, and then once you get it to the right consistency where I can kind of like make it into a pile of mashed potatoes. Yeah, that's looking good. I'm going to remove that from the heat, and then we are going to remove that from the pan. Okay, so I'm going to mix that around a little bit, and then I'm going to transfer it to a plate. All right, so there you have it. It is now on my plate, but it is pretty warm at this point, so you want to let that cool down a little bit. You might want to put a damp cloth over the top of it while it cools down. I'm going to let it sit there maybe for about 20 minutes, and then I'll be back because we're going to start to knead the dough, which I will show you what that is in just a minute. All right. So now that the clay has cooled down a little bit, it's still a little warm, but I thought I'd get us kneading the dough. It is definitely not like the clay that you get in the classroom. It's going to be a little bit more crumbly. You can see the pieces are coming off a little bit. But if you knead it, this is called kneading, how you kind of push down with the heel of your hand and pull back in all different directions, and it does get smoother. Like the crumbliness is going away, and you want to do that until there's no bumps or lumps in the clay, so it's a little bit more easily, malleable and movable. And we're going to do a couple little tests with it. So it's starting to feel nice and smooth. That's why I wanted to try this clay recipe, because it does have a nice consistency. So what you can do, once it's like that, you can store it in, once it completely cools down, you can put it in an airtight container, and obviously pull it out when you're ready to work with it. I also wanted to point out that I did get a piece of cardboard. We use clay boards at school, as a lot of the Scribner kids know, but I felt like a piece of cardboard would save the surface since you are using this at home, so that works out pretty easily. So the coil test would be obviously to take a little piece of clay, start creating a worm, roll it in your hands a little bit, and then roll it onto the cardboard, and that's a really nice little coil that it's making. Nice consistency, right? You can make all sorts of things with this clay, but look at that. There's a nice little coil, and it kind of joins together pretty nicely. And then also, you can try a little pinch pot and see what happens. It does crack a little bit, as I said. I'm just sort of feeling the consistency myself. Let's see. Yeah. Nice clay. Look at that. Nice little pinch pot. So this is great clay. All right, so I'll just knead that back together. As I said, make a nice big ball and then store it away if you're not ready to use it immediately. We do have a project for this week for clay. That's the little action figures. So this clay would be wonderful for that because we are also going to be painting it. So I hope that was easy peasy pie for you. It seemed pretty easy to me. So enjoy your homemade clay.